I got a question from Ed, who was asking me about defending a Kimura and maybe doing something sneaky with it. So I'm going to show you guys 3 ways that I defend this Kimura and a really sneaky back take that I like to throw into the mix. As always, this is my lovely assistant, Mr. Adam Wilson. Let's get started. All right, guys, so you're locked up in the Kimura, you're in half guard, and that guy sat up and get the Kimura. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure my arm is really tight. Now get in and look what's happening real quick. So when I go in and I touch my stomach, it's crossing with his wrist here. So if I straighten it out like this, you can see that like there's nothing I can do. But if I bring this hand in really tight to my chest, I try to get up as high as I can, you're gonna start to feel your forearm catch their arm. This is what we're looking for. Now there's 3 basic things that I'm gonna try off this. One is I can obviously hold for a second. If I don't feel comfortable trying this stuff out, I'm just going to pull up, and what'll end up happening is they'll typically let go because their arm starts to get cranked and we can break. Okay, I've done that in competitions before, and again, just pull it up and they'll let go. The other one, this sometimes happens in the gym, where the person, like, they try to hang on to the Kimura for too long, and as soon as their grip breaks, I can basically I'm reversing the Kimura, and I mean, you could go right back into it yourself. So I mean, if I get like right here, and like their arm's not really doing anything, if I grab that wrist, boom, catch. You got a Kimura there, okay? That one, sometimes it happens, sometimes, you know, whatever, not very common against pretty high level guys. Here's one though that I can actually use against some pretty good guys. So from here, when I'm rolling, they get the Kimura, I got the catch here. I'm going to lean into their armpit. By leaning into their armpit, I put their shoulders in a kind of a funky spot. I'll show you what it looks like in the front in just a second, so that they can't really get a good pull in the arm anymore. And then from here, I'm gonna hold the hip, and I'm going to sit back and pull my leg out just a bit. As he's coming up, because he's literally forced to, because his shoulder is being torqued, I switch that hook in, and then from here, I'll start to scoot. Now this arm is here, and you do have to be careful about them squeezing it right here, but a lot of times I can get across here to the body and hold tight, and then from there work to the back. Let's show you what it looks like from the other side, the other angle here. So, we get the Kimura right here. So he gets the Kimura, first things first, tuck that arm in, and begin to put pressure into his armpit here. First one is I can pull up, pressing across hip, break. Second one, if I break it and it breaks, but I still have that catch, I can try to crank it here or switch into my own Kimura. And then the last one, if he holds on really tight, okay, and again, I can't quite break it up, can't get the space, I'm gonna drive up into that shoulder, take this hand, push against the hip to create some space, and as I sit back, notice that I have this space here, he's gonna fall right up on top of me, and I can get that first hook here and start to work for the back mount. And again, it'll definitely be a scramble. It'll definitely be a scramble, but that's the way that I counter that. Like, again, there's lots of different ways to counter it, but those are the ones where that's like my fun way to counter it. I actually have a student here who trains with me now, one of the brown belts. He came out here years ago, and when he came out here, it was like he was just in town visiting the campus of Louisville with his wife, and he was here for my birthday open mat session. So we start rolling, and I noticed that he's a Kimura guy because he keeps hunting for him. So I was like, let's see if I can catch him. Because, you know, again, if it's a Kimura guy, I want to see, like, can I do my move on you? And so I left my arm out there. I was in side control. I just kind of left it in there. He took it, snagged it. I got it in tight and was able to take his back. And, you know, we were kind of laughing about it because, again, 2 Kimura guys going after each other. But anyway, back to your question, Ed. If they do catch the Kimura like that from half guard, try that out. Try to basically get that arm up really tight, drive into their shoulder, feel that catch on your forearm. If you can get to that, it really makes the Kimura really tough to finish anyway. And then again, you have a few options there that you can try to throw into the mix. So hopefully that helps you. I'm finished. Adam.